What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90. It is time for La Liga Week 1 predictions. We only have Spain and England for this week. Make sure you subscribe down below and leave your predictions down in the comments. I've got loads of tips, most of which above evens for this video today. So make sure you get involved in the comments, as I said. Flashing up on the screen all the people that are supporting me over on the Patreon if you want to get a shout out in every single video and be entered into the giveaway to win $100. So that's one member for the month of August. You can join now, will win $100, just like we did at the start of last season. So if you want to get involved with that, exclusive members, tips and accumulators and all that good stuff, then click the join link in the description. Here's the record for the 25-26 season. Club football from the major leagues is finally getting kicked off, but we've already posted 150 accumulators on the Patreon since the start of the season, which has been going for around about a month. We've got full transparency and statistics on the screen here with nearly 30 units in profit and the winners here. I mean, you can pause and have a read if you really want to. Those are all the ones we've had so far, and these are the correct scores, of course. So yes, please do check out the link in the description. Kicking the league off, we have Girona up against Rayo Vallecano. Now, I think this is going to be quite an exciting opener, to be honest. I think Girona, they are a slightly better team, but Vallecano, they can throw in some upsets. I think they're good to get at least a goal, so I'm going to give it to them. But, I mean, if I look at my list here, other than mostly favourites, I have kind of tended to side with the home side this first half or this first week of the season. And I'm going to do it for Girona here, 2-1. But just to allow for this potential upset, I'm going to say the tip will be both teams to score at 1.9. After this, we have Villarreal and newcomers Real Oviedo coming up. Very tough game for them to start. Villarreal, I think, one of the heaviest favourites to win the opening game week. It's at home. I do think it will be quite conclusive, and I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. Villarreal, of course, beating Arsenal in a recent pre-season friendly. I think they win, and I'm going to go for more than one goal. Villarreal -1 handicap at 2.05 is going to be the tip there. Next up, we have Mallorca up against Barcelona. Mallorca had a really good season last season. Barcelona have just been unbelievable, and I mean, pre-season as well, they've been incredible. Just came off a 5-0 win against Como, but they're battering everybody. All their preseason games had like at least 4 or 5 goals, I'm pretty sure. And I see no reason as to why this changes. I give Mallorca a goal, home stadium, but I think Barcelona are going to absolutely hit the ground running here with a 4-1 win. And the tip, it is going to be Barcelona -1 handicap. The odds are higher for Barcelona -1 than Villarreal -1. Obviously, that's because 1, Barcelona are away, and 2, Mallorca are a better team than Oviedo. But still, I think Barcelona are that much better than Villarreal to warrant a -1 handicap at 2.3 odds for 1. After this, we have Alaves up against Levante. I think if there's ever going to be a game this weekend that ends 0-0, it's going to be this one. And you know what? Maybe for these two teams, a point really isn't that bad. So I'm going to go for a 0-0. And the tip is going to be under 2.5 goals at 1.5. After this, we have Valencia up against Real Sociedad. I looked at this initially and thought 2-2. But I'm going to dial it back a bit. I think both teams are good. I think they're similarly as good as each other. Valencia having a much better second half of last season than the first half, where they were abysmal. Starting to play like the Valencia we've sort of come to expect. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. And because the odds seem a little bit too high for this, I'd expect about 1.9, so sort of 50-50 chance. The odds of both teams to score are 2.25. And I really don't think 1-1 is that unlikely between these two sides. After this, we have Celta Vigo up against Getafe. Celta Vigo finishing higher than Getafe. They're better than Getafe. I think they kick their campaign off with a win. I'm going to say 2-1. And I am going to say Celta Vigo to win outright. First time we're tipping that in this video at odds of 1.66. After this, we have Athletic Club Bilbao up against Sevilla. Now, Club Bilbao got spanked 3-0 by Arsenal in the Emirates Cup. Sure, think about it what you want, but it is what it is. Sevilla, they're a decent team, but they are massive outsiders here. So, given that I think Sevilla could poach a draw, I'm going to err on the side of caution with the tip. So I'm going to say 2-1 to Bilbao. But in case it ends in a score draw, I'm going to say Athletic Bilbao double chance and both teams to score. And that gives you odds of 2.37. Following this, we have Espanyol up against Atletico Madrid. Espanyol finished very low last season. Atletico Madrid, I think they'll be there or thereabouts this year. Are they going to challenge for the title? I don't think so. But hey, I think they could cancel the season now and just say they'll finish there and go for third, to be honest. But I'm going to say they get a win here. I'm going to say 2-0. And the tip is going to be Atletico Madrid to win and under 3.5 goals at odds of 2. Massively bumps up these odds. The only way I see that not coming in is if they win 4-0 or 3-1. And I just don't see that happening. So I'm going to say Atletico Madrid and under 3.5 goals. Next up, we have Elche up against Real Betis. Betis slight favourites here. Elche, they want to have a really good start to the season at home, coming into the league. But I'm going to go for a bit of a Real Betis classic, really. I'm going to go 1-0. And I think the odds, Real Betis to win at 2.35, looks good enough for me. So I'm going to go for Betis to win 1-0. And finally, Real Madrid up against Osasuna. I think there's going to be fireworks here. I think it might click for Real Madrid. I'm going to go for quite a lot of goals, but I do think they'll concede. So I'll say 3-1. And these odds are awful, but Real Madrid and both teams to score brings you at nearly 3. It's odds of 2.87. So, I mean, if you look through, are there really any upsets? I wouldn't exactly say so. The away victories, we've got Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Real Betis. I mean, that one I could call into question. I think Elche would be really happy with a draw there, but the only away teams I've got winning are teams where there's a considerable gulf between the two. Barcelona, Mallorca, Atletico Madrid, Espanyol, Betis, Elche, and then we've got the home favourites winning. So I do think the first week you've got to kind of err on the side of caution. I don't expect there to be too many upsets. If I had to predict an upset here, I think a Levante 1-0 win. I think maybe a draw between Girona and Rayo Vallecano. Sociedad sneaking an away win. Wouldn't necessarily call it an upset, but very possible. Similarly, I think my biggest chance of an upset would be Sevilla to beat Athletic Club Bilbao. And that is an upset. Certainly based on the odds, that'd be a massive upset. But those are going to be my picks. So that does it for my first prediction video back. We will have Premier League Week 1 predictions coming tomorrow on the channel. So make sure you drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss it. But that is going to do it from me. And I'll see you in that next video very soon.